boxers, they're like, oh, I can beat him. And you get in the ring, and all of a sudden, you're like, oh yeah, I see his punch, bump, he hit you, and it's bloody sad, mate. Now let me ask this: do you?
They're talking about fighting July 19th.
Oh man, Barrios.
Why?
I don't like to really count age as a factor, but
that haven't fought in I don't know how many years just jumps up and take your spot and it may win a title.
Boxing experts are split over the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios bout. Some back Pacquiao's legendary experience, while others believe Barrios' youth and strength give him the edge in this crucial clash. Justin Fortune, one of Pacquiao's longtime trainers, praised the Filipino icon's work ethic despite his age. Fortune called Pacquiao the Michael Jordan of boxing, stressing his fierce competitiveness and durability. He emphasized that Pacquiao stayed active, retaining conditioning and sharpness beyond what's typical at age 46. Fortune expressed strong belief that Pacquiao can beat Barrios through his discipline, preparation, and exceptional mental strength.
His age, yeah, I mean, but you know, it's not, listen, he's 45, 46.
Are you leaving jail?
45, 46, but he's not. He's always active. So he's always staying active. He's always doing something, mostly playing basketball, some sort of sport. I'm retired. So, no, really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, I'm not surprised. So Manny could say that after he beats Barrios, that he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
Well, what they, yeah, DSP. I mean, different DS. You know,
First guy, he's already as fast as he's been all the years. He hasn't lost a beat.
no, maybe if he did lose a bit, he's still faster than anyone else out there. But you know, you just have to set a schedule because he's not 25 anymore. So yeah.
But what does it mean to boxing that he's back? What does it mean? Like, you can feel the festive energy.
Of course, because he's
an icon.
He's an icon. He's Pacquiao. He's the Jordan of boxing. Simple as that.
No, he has more championships than Jordan. He has 8.
No, you know, I mean, he's
I know, he's an iconic figure. Yeah, he is.
And boxing agent.
Yeah. No, it's true. The sport is hurting. There's nobody like Manny. Well, you're very popular these days. Everyone loves you.
Oscar De La Hoya backs Manny Pacquiao's return, convinced the legend's skills and heart remain powerful despite his age. He praised Pacquiao's historic career and insists that experience often outweighs the passage of time. De La Hoya believes Manny still possesses enough ability and strength to compete against younger opponents, including the hungry and talented Mario Barrios.
I wish him all the best.
Father, I love him.
Can he do it?
Father?
Can he do it? Absolutely. Manny Pacquiao's
Oscar needs.
he's a legend. You know,
Some nice ones. Thank you.
he's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it. Yeah.
Jeff Mayweather, a former boxer and trainer, gave strong criticism of Manny Pacquiao's title fight against Mario Barrios. Mayweather claimed Pacquiao hasn't earned the right to challenge for a world title now. He believes today's welterweights have put in hard work climbing the rankings, deserving real opportunities. In contrast, Pacquiao seems to be diving back into action abruptly. Mayweather voiced frustration that Pacquiao, mostly inactive recently, is suddenly positioned for a title bout, potentially taking it from active fighters working tirelessly in the division.
Going for another belt, taking on Mario Barrios. What do you make of this?
Well, first of all, before I even talk about the fight, it seems that boxing has changed because this guy's been retired for what, 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, what's his last fight? Thurman?
Yeah.
Been a while. He's 46 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that he's done nothing to be fighting for a world title.
Oh yeah, for certain. Yeah,
So I mean, I don't understand why he's even fighting for a world title.
But to make a comparison, isn't that kind of the same thing though? Really, is like Floyd fighting Conor?
It's not the same.
Why not?
Because.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
But no, I mean, the thing is that he's done nothing to actually be fighting for a world title other than just his name and what he's done in his past.
We'll say, don't you think someone of his stature is legendary?
I mean, his stature is legendary, but still, you have guys that are fighting right now that's fighting to try to get to that number one spot. And basically, you have a guy that hasn't fought in I don't know how many years, just jumps up and take your spot, and it may win a title.
But we see that all the time, right?
Despite doubts, some analysts reference past examples of older fighters surpassing expectations. George Foreman famously regained the heavyweight championship at 45, shocking the boxing world with his return. This event inspires hope among Pacquiao's fans that age might not limit success in the sport. Foreman's victory remains a common example, proving that, with proper preparation and mindset, veteran boxers can beat younger foes and rise to glory again.
Sharp as could be.
Listen, I wish him well. Big George, God rest his soul. Was 45 when he won the heavyweight title. Bernard was, 43, 44, 45 when he won his third world title. So, I mean, listen, miracles can happen. He's focused, he looks fit, and I wish him well. I love him. Wish him well.
Renowned boxing analyst Rolly Romero took a different approach, suggesting that the fight's outcome matters less than Pacquiao's legacy. Romero noted that Pacquiao's status as a legend is already secure, reducing the result's significance. He praised Pacquiao's courage to keep fighting despite risks, calling it rare and admirable. Romero also mentioned interest in possibly facing Pacquiao one day, a reflection of the widespread respect Pacquiao receives throughout boxing circles.
Which fighters actually fought?
Rolly Pacquiao.
Well, Barrios, do you think he beats Barrios?
Don't matter if he beats Barrios or not. Still, Rolly Pacquiao. How many losses does Pacquiao have? Oh, that's another thing, bro. Pacquiao another one that don't give a fuck about losses, and everyone keep tuning in for him, right? Bro, all that undefeated shit, that don't mean shit if you're not fighting nobody. Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Ex-Olympic boxer Tony Jeff offered a blunt evaluation of Pacquiao's comeback fight. He stressed this isn't an exhibition match, but a full-scale 12-round bout against Mario Barrios, a younger and fresher opponent. Jeff warned that at 46, Pacquiao may struggle to handle the intense physical pace of a modern title fight. He compared it to Mike Tyson's failed return, which ended painfully fast, suggesting Pacquiao could face similarly damaging consequences.
2-minute rounds, or it's not like one of these Floyd Mayweather fights where he is fighting someone who's unknown for an exhibition and getting millions and millions of dollars. If Manny was doing that, I'd be like, oh yeah, makes more sense than fighting a bloody world champion. No, this is different. He's doing a 12 3-minute round world title fight against a current world champion in Mario Barrios, who is only 29 years old and in his prime right now. Now, before I talk about why boxers think it's a good idea to come out of retirement and the dangers behind that, I want to talk about the first thing that goes when a boxer is getting old. Now, Manny Pacquiao retired 4 years ago. The last time he won a fight was in 2019. And when you have not been training consistently, like I know Manny hasn't, because he's running for Senate in the Philippines right now. And when I retired, I was only 27 years old. And what happens is you think, oh, look, I'm seeing these boxers, I can beat him. And then you go in the gym and you're like, oh yeah, you're training. But the first thing that goes in a boxer, do you know what it is? It's not the speed of the punches. It's not your footwork. It's not even your fitness. It's not even your punch power. That's what people say is your last thing that goes. It is your timing. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when you've been boxing consistently for years and you're in front of someone and you can tell when they're going to throw a punch. You can see the little twitch in the arm or just the way they move. You see that punch coming, that split second, boom, you get out of the way of it. You see it coming, boom, you get out of the way of it. Well, you don't lose seeing that punch coming. You can always see the punch coming, but what you do lose is the ability to get out of the way of that punch. So you'll be in there and you're like, oh, you're going to throw the punch, boom, and you hit you with it. Where back...
Current champion Terence Crawford voiced cautious uncertainty about Pacquiao's prospects. He acknowledged Pacquiao's legendary legacy, but pointed out that age is an unavoidable factor in boxing. Yet he also admitted that surprises happen in this sport, and Pacquiao defying expectations would silence doubters. Crawford's take shows the balance between respecting Pacquiao's history and recognizing the difficulties of competing against elite younger opponents.
There's a rumor going around this week that Manny Pacquiao is going to return. What do you make of that?
I don't know. We shall see. I don't know.
Do you think he's too old at 46 to fight Barrios?
I can't say if he's too old or not. You know, if he get in there and win, then everybody will be saying different. So I don't put no limit on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao.
Boxing fans and experts across the globe are watching Manny Pacquiao's return closely, drawing comparisons to George Foreman's legendary comeback at 45. Foreman's feat remains a high bar for aging boxers who dare to challenge limits. Many believe Pacquiao's intense training, unmatched energy, and storied career give him a real shot at repeating such greatness. Though age-related challenges are real, his experience, tactical brilliance, and mental resilience are still elite. This comeback is viewed as more than a title chase. It's a powerful tribute to enduring passion and grit. Despite doubts, fans hope he can win once again.
If George Foreman can win a title at 45 years old and Bernard Hopkins can do it at 49 years old, then Manny Pacquiao can win a world title at 46 years old. I see this narrative quite a bit online, and there's a difference between Foreman and Hopkins situations and Pacquiao situation. I mean, Foreman was a heavyweight, and usually guys in the bigger weight classes, they can still compete as they get older, because they rely more on power and size, and less on footwork and speed, right? Foreman, he knocked out more to win the titles. Now, Hopkins, he did have a pretty impressive skill set at 49 years old to outbox Shumenov, but again, the guy was heavier, 175 pounds, and he had never been stopped in his career, so he had less wear and tear on his body and chin. Whereas someone at the lower weight classes like Pacquiao, he relies more on speed, footwork, and volume, and these sorts of attributes will be worse at 46 years old. Not to mention, he has been stopped a couple of times, and he will be the smaller man than Barrios. So the odds are really stacked against him, and I don't completely count him out because he is so great and skilled, so I would give him a small chance. But Pacquiao winning would be more impressive than what Foreman or Hopkins did, because Manny's trying to do it at a smaller weight class.
Retired fighter Ricky Hatton shared a cautious view of Manny Pacquiao's return, raising valid concerns. Hatton questioned why boxing officials approved a title shot for a 46-year-old, stressing the risks to Pacquiao's health and the sport's integrity. He argued that chasing profit and spectacle may come at the cost of safety rules and moral responsibility, something that shouldn't be ignored.
4 years he's fighting for the WBC welterweight title. That's July the 19th in Vegas, ironically. What did you make of that news when you heard it?
Well, it's boxing today, innit? To be honest with you, boxing thing. You know, if you can let a 58-year-old Mike Tyson box a Jake Paul, then well, Manny Pacquiao going back at 46 doesn't look too bad, does it? But Manny is coming back though. You know, Tyson was coming back fighting Jake Paul. Manny's coming back fighting for the world title. But, and I say this with love, you know, how has Manny got his world title shot? He's been retired 6 years. He can't. He's got that on a previous successes, hasn't he? You know, to walk straight after being retired so many years ago, straight into a world title fight. How is that allowed possible? What happened? Surely he must have been dropped out of the rankings when he retired. All of a sudden, he decided to make a comeback to put him straight in at #1 contender. I think only boxing can answer that.
I think he's. Did you say fifth, Joe? He's been already placed fifth in the world rank.
Referencing Mike Tyson's older return, Hatton emphasized how mismatched fights, especially those with vast age and fitness gaps, can hurt boxing's credibility. He warned that although fame and nostalgia draw attention, they can overshadow fairness and smart matchmaking. Hatton's comments echo a bigger worry from boxing purists who prioritize athletic honor, meaningful legacy, and the well-being of fighters over hype, money, and short-term buzz.
You know, when you've been retired years and, you know, going on your previous, he was a hell of a fighter a few years back, but we don't know what he's going to be like today. So, you know, you'd like to think he'd have a couple of warm-up fights so we can say, yeah, and then get him in. But boxing these days, I think the money's everything in it.
You fought both, obviously. In your opinion, who's better? Who's tougher?
I think Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I think Floyd Mayweather. I mean, and that sounds rich because he absolutely was probably one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history, I'd say. You know what I mean? When I see him getting knocked out by Pacquiao on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, it's in the top 10 of the most destructive knockouts of all time.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit past myself back in the day. You know, I'd had one or two. I wasn't a master of defense like Floyd Mayweather. I'd take 4 to get one in sometimes.
A significant segment of boxing fans has expressed doubt or disappointment regarding the fight. Many fear that Pacquiao's speed, stamina, and overall physical ability may have declined, affecting performance and making the contest less competitive. There's a concern that fans might witness a fading version of a once great fighter, which could tarnish his image rather than enhance his celebrated legacy.
A lot of people, from that side saying that, Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao been negotiating the fight and everything. And I'm going to just be real, honestly, man, I don't care for this fight. Because I don't care to see Manny Pacquiao back fighting again in the ring. Like, it serves no justice seeing Manny Pacquiao after we just seen him fight in the exhibition and was, not looking good at all in this exhibition. Like, he did not look good in the exhibition fight at all. So I really don't want to see Manny Pacquiao fight Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios, I mean, he gets a big payday and he gets to put a legend on his resume. And I think Mario Barrios would definitely win this fight because I just don't think Manny Pacquiao has any gas left in the tank to fight, at an elite level like he did in the past. You know what I mean? And I don't want to see him mess up his legend over trying to come back and fight, a younger fighter when, Manny Pacquiao, he's way out of his prime. Way out of his prime. So I don't want to see this fight in particular for real, but yeah, Manny Pacquiao, like, damn, they're close to 50, man. Like, come on, man. It was hard watching Manny Pacquiao in the exhibition fight that we seen him in a few months ago. Like, shit, that's why Ryan Garcia was about to fight the damn dude, because Manny Pacquiao was getting clipped in that shit, man. For real. He was getting clipped, man. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to see Manny Pacquiao, fight anybody.
Beyond all the excitement, doctors and commentators have warned about health dangers linked to Pacquiao's return. Boxing is inherently brutal, and aging reduces physical resilience, raising chances of serious injuries. With little recent activity, and no official bouts in years, experts question whether Pacquiao's body is ready to endure the punishing demands of a title-level championship match.
I'm hearing things here. Manny Pacquiao aiming for a shock return to the ring, age 46, Josh.
Yeah, I read something about that, man. It's, that guy's my hero, I named my dog after him and stuff like that, but he's touching 50 years old. I think, he should leave it where it is, but, obviously if you get a chance to share a ring with Manny Pacquiao, nobody's going to say no,
Former rival Tim Bradley offered his take, hinting that financial motivations, not competition, may drive Pacquiao's comeback. He suggested many retired fighters step back into the ring mainly for money, not a genuine desire to fight. Bradley also highlighted the danger Mario Barrios poses, a young, powerful champion who could bring Pacquiao's career to an abrupt and painful end.
Pacquiao getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, it has to be pertaining to any kind of money. It has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to deal with money. 1, 2. I think Manny Pacquiao, his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. He didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, bigger fighter, knows how to, control distance very well. Can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits. That Ugas fight, I don't know if it was enough for Pacquiao. That's why he's coming back. But Barrios, he can finish Pacquiao. There's a possibility that he can finish Pacquiao and basically cause him to go back into retirement once again. But again, what they say, the last thing that leaves is the power. If Manny got any of that power still left in him, if he lands that left hand, he can hurt the young gun. So, but that's easier said than done.
Yeah, I actually think he can beat
That wraps up today's boxing video. Don't forget to stay tuned.